everybody. I hope you are doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Altenew Live today, book and YouTube channel. I hope you are doing well. Hi, Nancy. I hope you're doing well. I'm playing with metallic watercolors today. I know it's your favorite. I want to let you know if you share this live, while we're live, you'll be entered to win a gift card to Altenew, and you might have some stuff that you would like to maybe purchase. Maybe that is on a favorite list that you have going on. And today I wanted to talk about crafty mojo. So we just came out of May. May is seems to be a very busy month. I've heard it referred to as Maycember because it's just so busy. There's all these social obligations you might have to get to, or maybe there's school ending, or you're getting ready for summer vacation. So it feels like that little bit of a last push. And sometimes it's a little hard to take that time for yourself and to get into the craft room and to make some things. So that's what I wanted to talk about. So let me know, do you feel like sometimes that you are, that you have trouble with crafty mojo or whatnot? Nancy, that is odd that I am real blurry. All right, and that's on YouTube. Okay, I will check on that and see what I can do here on, maybe I can or maybe I can't. And hi, Donna, hope you are doing well. And I would love to know who is behind the badge today. If you could say hello for us. And hello, Smart Size 56. I hope you are doing well. Am I also blurry for everybody else? Oh, thank you so much, Marianne, for sharing this on Facebook. I appreciate that. And how is my sound as well? Hi, Bernadette. Hello. I hope you are doing well. So again, if you share this live while we're live, you'll be entered to win a gift card. And oh, hi, Margot. So nice. A little better now. Okay, Nancy. I'm hoping it will kind of fix itself as it goes along. And hi, Jacqueline from Vermont. Let's see. I'm so glad you guys are here, and I'm blurry on Facebook too, CC. All right, and not able to share on YouTube. All right, Donna. And Donna, you can share this on your social media channels or your friends. Let them know to come and visit us and see how it is that we're doing. Oh, good. I'm glad, Marianne. I figured it will kind of, hopefully, you know, it will kind of figure itself out. So enough time. I agree with you, Carrie. Sometimes it's difficult to have the time to just kind of like sit down and make it. Make all of your stuff. Hi, Susan. I'm so glad you're here. And Sue is here. And again, if you're live, if you share this live while we're live, you'll be entered to win a gift card to Altenew. And hi, Susan. And hi, Monique from Texas. Oh, good. Clear and visual sound on YouTube. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. And we have Bernadette behind the badge today. And Jennifer, thank you so much for sharing this. So let me know about your crafty mojo. Do you feel like maybe sometimes you need a little push to get into the craft room? And that's what we're going to be doing today. So I've been shopping my stash, and I pulled out some stuff that actually I've never kind of played around with. And I wanted to play around with those today. And one thing that I don't pull out enough that I would love to pull out more, and I need to pull out more, are my metallic watercolors. These are gorgeous. They're beautiful. I have two projects in mind right now that I want to use on these metallic watercolors. And of course, they're really, really beautiful on black paper. They work well on white, but they also go really, really well on black paper. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. To get out of your craft room. Well, Tracy, that's a good thing too. All right. Thank you, Susan, for sharing this. And again, if you share this live while we're live, you'll be entered to win a gift card. We have Bernadette behind the badge. So please give Bernadette a little bit of love and hello. And I'm going to go ahead and point my camera down to my mat. And I want to know, what do you do when you kind of like don't necessarily feel like going into your craft room, or like Tracy, you need to get out of it? What is it that you would like to do? And do you kind of reach for your favorite things, or do you reach for maybe products that you haven't done enough so they feel like a new product? What is it that you do to kind of push yourself out of that comfort zone? All right, so you can see what I have here. And oh, good, Sue. These are beautiful. And Barbara, I'd love to see what you do. We'd love to see what you guys make with our products. And we love it when you share that with the hashtag of Altenew. And Carrie, that's such a great idea to look at Altenew's website and their YouTube channel as well for some ideas. And that's what I love about them. And all right. Okay, let's dig in. So we got the metallic watercolors. Now, I do have to say that Altenew does not have black watercolor paper. They do have white, but I am going to use black. So I'm going to use a piece of black watercolor paper today. So I have these. So this is the metallic watercolors, and I'm going to be using the Fine Artists brushes, and they come as a set of 6. And I apologize, I don't have the full set with the packaging and everything because mine, of course, are all out. So, oh my gosh, Bernadette, aren't they beautiful? I love the metallics. Absolutely. And hi, Card Crafter 17 from BC, Canada. Oh, that's great, Sue. Oh, because you had to shampoo the rug. So he forced you into your craft room. Okay. So these are great. They come in very small sizes. So you can see the 310 is like ridiculously small. You can't even see it. That 310 is really, really small. And it goes up to a size 6, which is little fat guy, which is actually the one I'm going to be using today. And we're just going to kind of play around and make some colors on some paper. And what am I going to be doing with those? Well, I wanted to use this set, and this set is called Colored Bands. And I have to tell you guys, I have to check on the website before I come on to be like, oh, is this still on the website? Go now. Set is half off, and it makes the most adorable rainbows. All right. I know. No, actually, Tracy, I actually don't have 2 sets of paintbrushes. It's totally fine in my opinion because you're cleaning them off in between, so you should be good. And Card Crafter 17, I'm so glad that you are doing them. And yes, Donna, I'm so glad that you were able to share this. And Sue, you shared it to your Facebook group. And so we are using the colored bands, and I'm also grabbing wispy feathers. So we're going to make some kind of encouraging cards today. That was really my focus, is how can I make like rainbow fun, encouraging cards? And that's what I want to do. And I'm using the metallics. So we're going to get into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is just grab a piece of black watercolor paper. And I'm just going to grab this one. I think I need a full page though. I need a full page today. All right, and I'm going to cut this up into a little bit of sections with this. All right, and just as a reminder, as I'm getting set, so make sure that you're sharing this live while we're live, because then you'll be entered to win a gift card to Altenew. We have Bernadette behind the badge today, and she is going to be sharing who that is with us. So this colored bands, it's really cute. It makes these kind of doodly looking rainbows, and you can see that they stack into each other, obviously, when I have the paper done. So what I want to do is I want to color these with my metallics, and then I'm going to die cut them out. But I'm just going to do bands of color and then die cut them out. And then with the wispy feathers, and this is a little bit tricky sometimes to do this, and I'll show you some tricks about trying to get these out, because these are very, very detailed dies. And it has this solid image, and that's what I'm going to watercolor, is the solid image. So all I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to figure out where the heck and how much I actually want to do for this. So that's what I'm doing. And then you have these really, really detailed sections. And these we're going to cut out as a separate piece later. Oh, it's so pretty, Carrie. You do need a, because it's so detailed, you definitely need a shim with it. So, oh, Sue, the feather is so pretty. It's going to be so gorgeous. So, yeah, I agree, Card Crafter 17. It is, I do that too a lot of times. And sometimes I buy stuff and I just don't have the time, or I haven't gotten into my craft room. And then I'm like, I didn't do anything with it. It kind of goes to the bottom of the pile. So that's what I'm doing. All right, so I think I'm actually going to take a little pencil, and I'm just going to trace these out so that way I kind of know where I'm heading to. And that way I can know where I'm going. All right, so I'm just going to kind of trace this out. All right, and then here's one of my feathers. And here's my other feather. So like I said, I'm just going to be doing these in some different colors, but at least that, you know, I'm able to do it. To use double-sided tape in the back of the cardstock. Oh yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to paint these first, and then we are going to I didn't feel like cutting them out and then painting them because I want to get a little bit of kind of movement of the paint as we go along. But the Dreamy Feather dies, see if I can switch it out. Try those Dreamy Feather dies. I'm going to look those up because I was looking for another feather dye because I like the wispy ones. But obviously my stuff is a little bit on the older side. Hi, Karen. I hope you're doing. So I have to tell you, Marianne, I just kind of use paper. I'll show you the one that I have, and I got it from a box store in the United States. So this is Stonehenge. It's a really, really nice paper. And this one comes with 15 sheets, and I don't use it very often. So I'm okay to I'm going to spend a little bit on this. It's this nice cold press, and it has a really nice texture to it. In fact, I'll grab the paper here so you can see the texture. It has this really nice kind of texture to it, but would be nice if you could stamp on it, like with the, or even heat emboss on it would be beautiful. But again, I'm dealing with dyes today, so it's okay. So, all right. And just double checking. I think I got everybody. Karen's here. All right, awesome. I'd love to know if you guys have this set of watercolors because it is beautiful. It's fun on the black, super fun to use. And I'm going to be using quite a bit of these today. And let me grab my 6. And I'm going to grab my 4 and my 6. All right. So again, I kind of put out, I have my little dyes over here that I'm going to use. I got my little cup of water. And I'm just going to grab my Mr., which needs more water in it. And what I'm going to do with my Mr. is just going to kind of activate my watercolors. I definitely need more water in here. And that's because I'm going to be using quite a bit of these. Not using a palette because I'm just going to mix them right on. Oh, that's good to know, Monique. All right. Barbara, these are great to put on your list. I probably should do a workshop with these, but these are really, really beautiful. All right, so I'm just going to grab this red. Actually, let me get my brush a little bit wetter. And I'm just going to grab this red, and I'm just going to start to go. And you can see when you put that in with the on the black paper, it just really, really starts to shine. It's just absolutely gorgeous. You know what? I think I'm going to wet my paper down too. I don't have my super large brush with me. All right. So what I'm doing right now, my objective is just to get some color down because these are just going to be bands. So I'm just going to die cut out of this. So I just want to get some color down and some beautiful colors. In fact, I'm going to see if I add just a little bit pink to this, just to get a little variation. All right, and that should be my biggest band. Does anyone use a water brush with these? Yes, you absolutely can use a water brush with these. And I love the water brushes because those are very, very easy to take on the go. They really are one of my favorite things to use, are water brushes. In fact, I have one next to me, or I might have put it away. I put it away. Oh, no, I have one. So I have a little water brush, and this actually comes with a water brush, I think, or maybe the other one does, but it's nice. Oh yes, Carrie, you'll love these. They're pretty to use. I've used them actually painting flowers before, but like I said, I'm kind of talking about crafty mojo, and sometimes I just want to get messy and kind of play around and not necessarily know or have a direction where I'm going to. For me, sometimes it's just about taking the time to invest in myself. And that's kind of what I'm talking about today is what does that look like for people? All right, so I'm going to grab a little bit of this. And I apologize, I don't know the names of all of these colors, but the names are on the bottom, which is really neat that they're there. So I like that about it. All right, and there's a little orange. And Angelique, they're absolutely beautiful. I have another set of metallics. Barbara, I hope that this gets those metallics out for you. because you said you haven't played with them in years. I hope this gets them out. And this to me is kind of the easiest way to do it, is just to get some paint on paper and then use it and die cut some shapes. And we all have those die cuts. They're sitting around. Sometimes you want a stamp. Sometimes you want a die cut. You know, we're all doing it. And I think that's the cool thing about it. All right, I'm just going to grab a little bit of gold here and just add a little gold to this. And I'm just trying to move this around just to give it a little bit of difference. So, oh, Teresa's here. Hi, Teresa. All right, so let's see. That was orange. So now I got to go to yellow, right? Oops, let me get a little water on this first. I'm also looking at dry back. So you can see that the color, this is relatively dryish right now, but that color is just absolutely gorgeous. And again, I'm just pushing color around right now because I'm going to end up die cutting these out. All right, and I think that one's good. There's a lot of lovely greens, so I'm going to grab a green here. I think I want this one. And I think this is the one I want. That's the little guy. Yeah, so what I do is exactly this. So sometimes I kind of have to force myself to walk into my craft room, and I just feel so busy sometimes, you know, with things I have to do, or I look around the house, or I'm like, oh, I got to do laundry, or, you know, you have meetings or whatever it happens to be. And so I just, sometimes I just got to force myself to sit down. I have like a bucket where I'll have purchased items, purchased stuff on sale, and I just have never gotten around to using it. And so this is a way for me to get around and to use it. And so that's what I like to do. And sometimes you have to kind of trust that maybe your brain or your heart just needs a little time, and then you're going to go in and do it. Oh, that's a great idea, Carrie, about the, you know, using your sprays. And again, it doesn't have to be anything that necessarily comes of it. It could just be playing around, and who knows, who cares? Because it's that time. You're just kind of taking that time and investing in yourself. All right, just kind of pushing that over there. All right, that is looking really good. Yeah, the feathers, Susan, I'm kind of excited. I know this looks like a bunch of blobs, and you guys are like, oh, this is great. But that's exactly what it is. Sue, yeah, sometimes I do wet the paper first. It all depends on, these are a little bit easier to use that way. And sometimes if I'm trying to get that like really, really deep color, I will or I won't. But yes, for this, I definitely want to do and wet that paper first. Yes, I will. So I'm going to get to those in just a second about the feathers. All right. So I'm now going to do the feathers. So I just painted these colored bands, and now I'm going to get to these feathers. And what I want to do with the feathers is I kind of want a gradation of, rainbow. That's kind of what I'm looking for, because that's kind of my thing right now. It's June, whatever, you know. And Susan, this is a great way to get good at watercolors. And so it's a nice way that if you're like, I can't do watercolors, we're just putting color down. That's all we're doing. It's not anything crazier than that. So we're just going to put some color down. So you can see I'm just going to start, just add some paint, just add a little bit of clear water to this first. And that's, you know what, Angelique, I actually have a fantastic suggestion for you, because I too have been on the go with crafting, and I'm so lucky now to have a dedicated space, but that was not always my way. And what I used to do, number one, I put things on carts so I could wheel them in and out. And then Altenew, Bernadette, if we could put up those Altenew pouches. These pouches are fabulous. I'm going to grab mine. What I do sometimes is I'll go through my stuff and I shove like things in here that I want to do. And these are the Altenew pouches. They fit so much. You can put, they can fit a lot. They're nice and durable. And I love, and they're see-through. So in here right now, because this was a class that I just taught, I have some paper, but I can fit stamps and I can fit brushes and I can fit all kinds of stuff like that. And so that's honestly, Angelique, that's what I do is I just kind of go through and I have a project and I shove it in. The second thing that I do is I have a book. And when I get ideas or if I've seen a video, I'll write down ideas in my book and then I go for them and I try those ideas. All right, so now, like I said, I'm just going to kind of just start to do a little bit of a rainbow. And I'm just going to start at one end of my little flower and just kind of work these colors in. And I think I want to be a little bit darker on this edge. There we go. You can tell I use the Rhodolite a lot on this one. Yeah, I do. And that's what I do. I also craft on the go a lot because I have kids and I craft in my meetings. And so I end up doing a lot of that stuff as we go along. Yeah, that way, Susan. So Susan had mentioned it's a great idea that you circling kind of what you need. And that's when you're doing all these different colors, it's helpful that way because then you can focus on what you need. You're not doing like a whole section. So this way I can use this entire sheet of paper and do exactly what I'm looking for. All right, I'm doing way too much real estate on these. All right, here's my little bit of yellow. And let me get a little bit of green on here and a little bit of blue. And let me grab some purple. All right, and I'll come back in and make these a little bit. This purple is gorgeous. I can't even handle it. What is this purple? I need to know the name of this now. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Some of these stick in here. I will find out later. All right, it's gorgeous. All right, let me add a little bit more blue. And you can just see. So I'm just going to add a little bit more pigment. There's a lot of water on my brush. So it's kind of pushing these down, but you can see just how those so nice go on there and how they connect in there. Oh, that's a great idea, Tracy, to use those. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing down here with my other, but I'm going to go in the other direction. So I'm going to start with purple on that smaller edge on this one. All right, and that is where I want to go. That's going to go this way, and that's going this way. So I'm going to start with my purple up here. All right, and we have Bernadette behind the badge today. So hello, Bernadette. It is so wonderful to work with you. And Bernadette will be announcing our winner of our gift card after our live is over. And if you share that, you will be entered to win a gift card to Altenew. All right, so I'm going to start with purple on this end. Oh, beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. Look at how gorgeous that color is. Gorgeous. I have to say my water, I don't know if you can tell, but it's getting very shimmery. It almost looks like it's some sort of like elf magic drink going on. So that's going to allow the paint to move a little bit. So because I'm wetting the paper first, it's just going to allow more movement with it. Whereas if it's dry, you can see I have to kind of mush it around a little bit more. The problem is that I'm going to lose some pigment to it, and it's not going to be quite as bold, but I can just go in and add more pigment to it. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. But it just allows it to move, especially in this case, because I'm trying to blend this rainbow in a little bit. All right, blue and then green. I'm going to use this green up here. Yes, I will hold this up. Absolutely, Tracy, so you can see it. It's gorgeous. So you can kind of see it. It's so delicious. It's just absolutely delicious. And that's what I meant about the black cardstock, about the black paint. And I am using watercolor cardstock in this case because I know I was going to use a lot of water. And you can, if you're really, really careful with your water amounts, you can use like regular cardstock as long as it's heavy duty. But you have to be mindful that you cannot use a lot of water on it. All right, and orange goes into pink. And I'm going to go right into this red. Oh, that's a great idea for the craft cards. Oh, these are gorgeous. So I'm going to go in again and I'm just kind of adding a little bit more color to where I am. Am I liking everything? Just going to add a little bit more up here. That feels like it's a little too muted. So up here, it's kind of drying back. So I just want to make sure it's nice and bold before I cut it out. Look at that green. Oh, gorgeous. All right, I think I want some pink. So again, these are my two feathers down here, and these are all my rainbow bands. So I'm going to let this dry for a little bit. And while I'm letting this dry, I'm going to work on my card bases and the backgrounds for all of this delicious shimmeriness. All right, that is way wet right there. Okay, I'm just going to take a second and just kind of hit this with some heat just to dry what I have. Yeah, and Teresa, it does work on white, but I agree with the black. I feel like the black really, really allows that shimmer to really show up. And so I'm just drying these because I have a lot of water on this paper. It looks like some weird looking like caterpillar. Tracy, can you imagine the color that these like caterpillars, like what the butterfly would look like if you had a rainbow caterpillar like this? All right, that's looking good. I'm going to do one more thing before I move on. I'm not super happy with that wall up there. This is looking great. Okay, I'm loving it. Loving it. Oh yeah, Tara, they are gorgeous on white. And it's nice that you can use them on either one, I have to say. I like the fact that you can do that. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. My cat's trying to jump into the screen right now. And he's curious as to what the heck I'm doing. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave these alone. As you know, I can continue to futz with them. But that's all it is. So I'm just kind of starting these off. So I'm going to grab, I have two ideas for my backgrounds for my wispy, for my wispy feathers, and then also for my bands, for my colored bands. And one of them I want to stencil, and the other one I want to use an embossing folder. So I'm going to start off with the stencil first. And I was thinking rainbows, right? And I'm like, well, I have rainbows. And so the stencil that I have to use has to be Cloud Scene stencil. And just give me 1 second because I piled all this stuff up here and now I cannot find it, of course. Cloud Scene stencil. And if I can't find it, that's fine. We'll use something else. But it was really awesome and I was excited to use it for you. Oh no. Oh no. All right, we'll move on to the other one. Let's do this one first then. So for my feathers, I wanted something. No, Sue, my cat, I have a Cosmo. That was actually Astro. I have two gray kitties. They are so cute. So my first, what I wanted to do with the feathers, because you have these gorgeous wispy feathers, and I wanted them to look like they were dancing in the wind. And so I saw this Dottie Circles 3D embossing folder, and this just looks like some gorgeous wind to me. And so I'm going to do this in white. So that is going to help us out. So I'm going to grab this in white, and hopefully Cloud Scene stencil will make itself appear in just a moment. But this is really, really pretty. All right, so I'm just going to put this right in. And I'm not going to do anything, super special with this. I'll treat it with a little bit of water just to kind of loosen those fibers up. Again, Mr. Indispensable in the craft room. And this is going to give us some gorgeous texture. And I don't want to put too much color on this because I don't want it to compete with my wispy feathers. All right, and I'm just grabbing my embossing machine. and my plates. And I'm just going to run this right through. And what's nice about this is that you can just put this right on. I have the spell binders, just put this right on the platform. And I'm just going to run that right through. And it goes through. And that's going to give us really, really gorgeous texture on this paper. Look at that. So pretty. It's gorgeous. Look at how beautiful that is. This one's really, really nice. All right, let me just double check my guys. We're doing okay there. Give me 1 second. I can't believe I moved that guy. So again, I'm looking for that cloud scene stencil, but if I don't have it, I'm going to, oh my gosh, look, there it is. It's under my book. Got it. All right, save the day. Thank you to the craft gnomes that you found it. Awesome. Okay. So with the colored bands, what I wanted to do was to have a beautiful sky background. And so I'm going to grab some really, really pretty blue colors. And I'm just kind of looking around and grabbing some blue. And I'm going to grab some sea glass. But I also like to add a little bit of dark to it as well. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this dusk. And then sometimes what I like to do is to put in a little bit of like a greeny blue. And so I'm actually going to grab a little bit of dewdrops. And that's just going to give me some different kinds of colors. So, Sue, I'm so glad that you pinned the paints to your wish list. And it's so pretty. All right, I'm just checking some things. I know, I swear, it did blow away. My cloud stencil did blow away. All right, so I'm going to grab my mini blending tool. And I only need one for this. So I just have a mini blending tool. And the cloud scene stencil, and I know we all have cloud stencils or whatever it happens to be. This is really my favorite because I love how it you can continue to rotate it. And to me, it makes the most delicious looking clouds. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. And it's really, really simple and easy to use. But they look like they're like rolling clouds. So I'm actually going to start with the sea glass. And I'm just going to get a little bit of ink on here. Start on my stencil. And then I'm just going to go up and over. And I'm going fairly light with this. See, it's already starting to come together. And in fact, let me come in, and for those, I'm just going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing right up close, and then I'll zoom back out. So now I'm just going to turn this, grab some more ink, and just come right on in. And it's going to start to build these clouds. And again, I'm starting off with sea glass because I want it to be nice and light. But as I go along, I am going to add in a little bit of those darker colors. And I find this to be meditative and just super fun. I love making clouds. So you can see I'm just going to flip this and turn it because the more that I turn it, my clouds don't look all the same. So now we're starting to get this really neat look. So I'll show you what happens when we add in some other colors. So I'm just going to grab some dewdrops. And this is just a little bit green. So you can, well, it's very, very slight. But you can see we're starting to now get a little bit of different colors. Now the dusk is really dark, which I know you're like, dusk, I can't believe you're adding this. I'm going to add just a tiny bit up here. And I'm going really, really super soft with this. And this is just going to add in a little bit of contrast. So we still have happy floating clouds, but it just adds a little bit of different contrast. And I just keep rotating this to get a different look. So you can see I was kind of off on my dusk. So I'm going to put this back and just do a little bit more dusk right in there. And if you want larger space between them, but it's good. Oh no, it's blurry. No, is it better now? All right, blurry here. No. All right, let me know if that started to fix itself. It fixed itself last time, so I'm hoping it will fix itself again. All right, so I'm going to go back now. I'm just going to wipe this off, and I'm going to go back onto. All right, Barbara. I will. Let's see what we can do. So let me go in. So I'm going to come back to sea glass. And now that's going to give me a little bit of a softer layer. And I'm going to go all the way down. I want my entire page to be filled with happy little clouds. And if you're like, it's blurry, give me a second. I'm going to finish in a sec. And then I'll hold this up and I think we can see it. Okay. Oh, that's a great idea, Sue, to add a little pink or yellow, pink or orange to the clouds, just to give that horizon piece. That's gorgeous. I love that idea. Oh, good. I wonder if it was just needed time to fix itself. All right, so I'm coming in with a little bit of the dewdrops. Again, that's going to be a little bit green. And you notice I'm kind of going like really, really large sections. So now I have these sections. Now I can come in and just fill in a little bit with this. Got another section up here. And so I'm just kind of taking a step back and just kind of seeing where I can flip some clouds, put some clouds in, as it were. This would also work for, I feel like this would work for oceans too, if you wanted to use an ocean. But you just keep flipping it. So that is our happy little clouds. And it's this really, really soft, gorgeous background. I love the idea of adding the pink. I'm going to keep this one blue just for what's in my vision. And now I can go in and I can just start to, if I want to add a little bit of different colors or just add a little bit of more texture, if I want to keep them tighter or I want to keep them a little bit looser. Normally I only do about half, but I really like the way that's looking right now. All right, that's beautiful. I'm going to keep these around because I might be messing around with my other one. Just a second. How am I doing? 409. Awesome. Okay, so there is everybody. So now I have my little kind of piece here. And this stencil is so easy to clean off because I'm just going to wipe it with my cloth. And there we go. That's so easy to do. Yeah, Barbara, this stencil is so easy to use. And that comes together quickly and so easy. And this is definitely, like, this to me is an oldie but a goodie. This is still from 2020 and I use it all the time. I think it's the best, in my opinion, and I know I might be a little biased, but I think it's the best cloud stencil out there. It's really beautiful. It's just, it does a great job. All right, so now we have our two backgrounds. So I have the Feeling Dotty 3D embossing folder with all that gorgeous texture. And then I have that cloud scene stencil that gives that color and that texture. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to cut my stuff out. Now I have an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. My machine does not do 8.5 by 11. I have to cut it down a little bit. And so I'm going to just go ahead and take my scissors. These are a great thing to have. This is just my little Altenew scissors. And I'm just going to take them and I'm just going to cut around my shapes because I know what I'm doing. And that way I can go ahead and die cut them. This is also going to give me a moment to like, hey, did I get it right? Was I actually able to do enough space on this one? So that's all, on there. And we're still live. So if you just joined us, if you share this live while we're live, you'll be entered to win a gift card. And Deborah, hello from North Carolina. Thank you for just joining us and for sharing this. We have Bernadette behind the badge today. So huge thank you and hello to Bernadette. And we are playing with the color bands. And just to let you know, so color bands is a little bit of an older die set, but it's so pretty. And it's as far as I just saw when I just literally checked this and grabbed the link for this, it was 50% off. So if you don't have color bands, it's a really cute little set that creates these kind of doodle rainbows. And that's what I'm playing with today. And we're talking about Crafty Mojo and kind of what you do when you are in the middle of maybe not having that crafty mojo. How do you get it back? What do you do to get yourself back into the craft room? So, oh, Teresa, thank you so much for sharing on Pinterest. That is awesome. All right, so I'm just grabbing a little bit of tape and I'm putting these color bands in. And I still have my paint, so if I need to, I can paint these again if it didn't get exactly what I was going for once I put it out. Now I'm not doing it right now, but I could also take some double-sided adhesive and throw it on the back of this, but I'm just going to paint them off. So yes, that's the name of this. This is called Color Bands. That is the name of this die set. So color bands for color. Yeah, color bands. All right, I'm going to grab my machine and I will go ahead and do that. Oh my gosh, Hillary, this is the first time that you are catching a live. That's awesome. All right, now I need a couple of things. I need this guy, and then I'm going to need a mat for the other one. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just move my stuff over, and I'm just pushing my machine in, and I'm not going to zoom out because the last time I zoomed in, it was a little bit of a mess for all of us. So I'm just going to keep it where it is right now. So don't worry, you'll be able to see everything in tremendous detail. All right, so I'm just rolling this in. And I've already colored these with the metallic watercolor paints. And I used a number 6 brush in order to do that, and just a little bit of water. So I'm going to die cut those. And these should just, yep, beautiful. They just pop right out. Oh, that's what I was worried about, but we'll fix that. We will fix all of this. All right. My paper's a little wet, so my satin masking tape is getting a little excited and staying along with it too much. Okay. So these ones, I'm going to cut out. These are these ones. That's my bottom one. So that's this guy. All right. And then these are from Wispy Feathers. And I don't think I need to put a piece of tape on that. That looks pretty good. Maybe. Okay, there we go. All right. Oh, you lost your mojo Saturday. No, Barbara. No. Well, I hope this gets you excited to take out those. I just want to point that out. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So this is that Wispy Feathers die set. Oh, love it. All right, so now we're going to do our second one. And this is just the background. I may not even do that top part, honestly, because I think I just like the background of them. I might not do the top. I haven't decided yet. You guys will help me when we get there. So, oh, it's so pretty. Kathy, these paints make everything so easy. They make them so easy. I love using them. Oh my gosh, wait. Oh my gosh, guys, wait till you see that. I mean, shut up. That is gorgeous. Like, what? Oh, I love them. I love them. Okay, so I'm going to try these next two. And I was actually going to do this in, like, glitter paper. I think that might be too much. This I might just do, if I did it in white, what if I do it in black? I'm going to do it in black. If I do it in black, that's going to be kind of cool. Let me do it in black. All mojos are on vacation. I think so. All right, I'm going to grab a piece of, I'm just going to grab a shim because this sucker is, he's detailed. And so I always have a little trouble kind of running these through. And I'm going to do that thing where you kind of like tilt it to the side, you know, where you don't put it like straight on. And then I need a little bit of luck back there because these sometimes can get a little sticky. Putting these through. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, let's see if we like the black. Okay, here we go. Shim. Oh, shim power. And shim power. All right, I hope that made it. Oh, it did. It's because you guys are watching me. Fabulous. See how the detail, like these are just beautiful. Like they're gorgeous. They're even gorgeous on their own. Look at this. This is the Wispy Feathers die set. I just want to point out how pretty they are. Oh, for these. Maybe I do want to do this in glitter paper. Nope, I don't. I think I want to keep it in the black. Put that on top of it. Gorgeous. All right, I'm going to move my guy and we're going to start putting things together. So let's check in with everybody. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh no. I'm glad the puppy is good. All right. Okay. I'm just double checking. We're good. All right. So again, today we are talking about kind of crafty mojo. I feel like May can be a little stressful. So sometimes it's a little hard to deal with. And it's, I definitely needed some time to get my crafty mojo back. And so when that happens, what I do is I start to grab stuff that maybe I haven't played with that much, or I haven't, the kind of things that like, I don't want to say spark joy, but that I'm interested in. And so these color bands die set, I've had them for a while and I just haven't done anything with them. And so I wanted to take a moment to use them. They've been in my craft room for a while. And I'm like, this is something that I want to use and I just haven't yet. So, but the feathers are going to be awesome. Okay. So now that I got to fix that little part, but that's it. So these are the colored bands. And you can see now that I put them on here, they're really cute. I have an idea that I want to do with them. In fact, I'm going to do that. All right. If you guys bear with me for a second, I'm changing my direction here, but I think it's going to be worth it. You guys have seen me use this before, and this is the mini instant camera frame. And I just want to double check that this will, nope, I'm not going to use that. Different idea. All right. Let me grab another piece of black because I just used my black up that I was going to use on my feathers. Okay, here we go. What is my biggest size here? So I'm just going to cut out, because I like this on here. And so I'm just going to cut out my little largest section. And I'm going to make a little square out of this and add that in as my middle part. So I'm going to grab a pencil. And this is going to go here. And then I also need this for a sentiment. So I'm going to just cut right here at this point. And I'm just going to cut right about here. Okay. That's my measuring for today. That's my measuring. And I decided I wanted to use the black because I thought that would pop out versus having the other one over there. So that's a little bit big. 3 inches. 2.5. All right, there we go. Got a little square. And I'm going to grab my metallic pens, and I'm going to use those in just a second. All right, so I have this little square. And I'm just going to lay these out and just kind of fit them for right now. But you can see how cute they look on here. That looks cute. Okay, that looks cute. Kind of like that right there. Oh my gosh, Tracy, too many. All right, so I'm going to use a gel pen. I just wanted to add a little bit of texture to this. So I'm actually just grab my gold pen And I'm just going to come around and I'm just going to draw some lines on the side just to give it a little bit of an outline. And I am going to double line them. So I just wanted to do one first. And then we're going to do a second. And I have a sentiment. It's out of the Sentiment Strips 3, and I'll show it to you. And it's just the perfect sentiment to use with rainbows. And it says, when it rains, look for rainbows. And that is just a cute little sentiment for that one. Let me try, Roberta. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit because you think I'm going too fast. All right, guys, give it a second. I'm going to zoom out. Okay, there we go. Give it a second. Hopefully that will work. And that we'll see how we do. Okay. All right, I'm just going to grab my tape runner. Maybe a tape runner. Ah, here it is. All right, so I'm just going to grab my tape runner and just put this right in the middle of my card. It's so nice to have those little gel pens. I use them a lot for even just writing pieces, anything at all, but they're just kind of cute to use. All right, so this goes right in here. And then I like the black on this. I thought that was kind of cool because the black, it helps the rainbow to stand out from the background, and it kind of gives it. And you could pop it up if you want to. I didn't end up cutting more of these, but I thought that would be really good. All right, there's my little rainbow, and I'm going to do one more. And like I said, it feels good because you know we're playing around, we're getting a little messy, and it's kind of neat to do that. Oh my gosh, Sue, yes, the wispy feathers. Like I said, make sure that you use a shim when you die cut these ones, and I'll show you where we're going. So that's my first card. How cute is that? That's with the little colored bands and the metallic watercolors, and I think that that's cute. You could add a sentiment. I kind of like it without the sentiment though. So, but I thought that was cute with the metallic watercolors, and that also uses that stencil, the cloud scene stencil. All right, so let's put our other one together. So this, we've already embossed with the Dottie stencils. And what I did is I grabbed, so we painted these. This is the Wispy Feathers die set. So cute, adorable. And I love how it comes with the shadow and then you have this detail. And you could just, I'm just going to put this here for right now because that's beautiful too. It's gorgeous. Both of these are gorgeous. And I just love the top. I love I could have used the bottom by itself, which is neat too. And so I have this cool looking metallic piece, but I'm going to add this. And the reason why I want to put this black on top of it is because this is going to help, since I have all these bands and it's not totally put in, it can kind of give this appearance of blending. So even if it's like, you took a piece and you're like, oh, this is awful, because we're adding this little piece over the top, it's going to give it a little bit of detail and just finishes it off. So there we go. So that's the piece together. How pretty is that? It's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Love it. So pretty. Oh, I'm so good. I'm so glad. Thank you so much for liking this video. So let me grab the second one. So I did this out of black. This is not color. This is not watercolor cardstock. This is just plain black cardstock that I have. And this is relatively heavyweight. I'd probably say this is like 100 pounds. And because I used that shim, the pieces came out. And I have a nice cardstock that I used. So you can see I'm going to put this right on top of here. This would look gorgeous with glitter cardstock. That's what I was originally thinking. I was going to grab some glitter cardstock or the metallic, like the gold metallic. I had that out as well. But I'm like, you know what? I actually think the black is pretty cool. And so I'm just going to put this on here as well. And I'm keeping the background relatively simple because I have so much color in these leaves. And you can just see how gorgeous these are. In fact, I'm going to put them, do I want to put them this way? I think I'm going to put them this way. And you know what I'm going to do, because I have it here, is I'm going to grab a little bit of gold thread. Because why not? Let's add it on. And I'm just going to cut a little bit off. And I'm going to try to tie these two together. And if you don't have it yet, there's the metallic thread that Altenew has. It is, just throw it in your cart. I throw it in the cart. It's just, they're just gorgeous, both of them. And it comes with 3. It comes with this beautiful silver. It's actually like a purpley silver, which is beautiful. And then it comes with this antique gold, and then it comes with the enchanted gold. And enchanted gold is a little bit more yellow than the antique gold. All right. And I know what you guys are doing. Like, you're covering them up. I know I'm going to be there. I'm just trying to tie a knot. And I got to tell you, I didn't learn how to tie my shoes until 4th grade. So I still have trouble with knots. I'm not super great with them. Oh, no, don't do it. Here we go. There we go. Got it. Got it. Ah, there we go. Oof. All right. So now that I have these, now I can paste them on, and I have this little bit of gold thread, and I could add a little bit of color to that back, but it's beautiful. To use the black glitter. Oh yeah, that'd be pretty. But you see how beautiful those feathers. Oh, that's a great idea, Tracy, to put an extra little doodle. Ink smooshing with these metallic paints. Yes, I have, Barbara. They are beautiful to use because you can see the color they hold. Like, they're just so vibrant. And so when you put them onto these types of backgrounds, they're just really, really gorgeous. And let me show you the other colors. So this is the thread set. And thank you, Bernadette, for putting that link in. So this is the metallic thread set. And so you have this, this silver lilac. It's beautiful. Silky lilac. And then this is the enchanted gold. And you can see how yellow it is. It's so bright versus that antique. And then you have the lilac. And the lilac is really a silver, but they're all just gorgeous. They're beautiful. Oh, good, Barbara. You worked in surgery for 40 years. I need you here. It is silk. Let's see. It is polyester and rayon. It is not silk, polyester and rayon. So, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Hillary. I have to say, the feathers were an add-on today. I was like, what else can I do with these? And I'm like, I'm doing feathers. And I just love how they turned out. And I love that black on them. And it's really, really gorgeous. So, and they're nice and beautiful. You're right. Nancy, I got to tell you, I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I may have dropped out of the Girl Scouts in 6th grade though. So that might be why we're not there. So, all right. So I just wanted to, just to review what we did. So we used the colored bands. Like I said, this is 50% off today. Go get it. It's just this cute little doodles. You wouldn't even have to use them all, but they're just so cute. And then I use that cloud scene stencil here. And this is with the metallic watercolor paints. And they're just so beautiful. Just the colors. Just look at these colors. And I didn't even use all of them, but they're just so pretty. So thank you guys. And then I use the same thing with these wispy feathers. And so the wispy feathers, beautiful set. You have this background feather, and then you also have that top. And so I did the background feather with my paints, and you can see that you have this dotty circles, 3D embossing, and then that just gives it that perfect texture, but it makes it look like they're kind of flowing in the wind. And so, but Tracy's right, just a little bit of something just to get these to go, and then just adding a little bit of sentiment. And the sentiments I was going to use are from the Sentiment Strips 3. By the way, these were in stock. I just checked them, which is great. There's 1, 2, and 3. And then this is one, see, it says, when it rains, look for rainbows. And that's what I was going to use for these, because I think it would work for both of them. Is a thread smooth? It is, no, it has a little bit of texture to it. It has a little bit of texture to it, which is nice. It can grip, and it's, you can tie. I just am terrible with knots. I have to say that, Angelique. So, All right. Well, thank you guys so much. And a huge shout out and a thank you to Bernadette. And thank you guys for being here. And I'd love to know how you kind of get through your crafty mojo and feeling a little bit better. And I was happy to play along with you today. And I hope you have a super fabulous day and a super fabulous time in your craft room. We love it when you share designs, and please do a hashtag of Altenew and share your designs either on social media or even in our Facebook group. And again, thank you to Bernadette and to everybody else for tuning in. And thank you for giving Altenew the time today to craft your life. I will see you guys later.